All right. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to La Prinzo World Academy. And tonight, we are going to be discussing about market structure. Simple and easy way of making money from the market. Please, if you can hear me and see my screen clearly, can you type yes? Hello, please, can you guys hear me? I was asking, I said, is this market a downtrend or an uptrend? Because the market has given us a structure. I'm going to be showing you simple price action strategy that works like a bomb. Anybody can apply a strategy, but it is for you to understand how it works. Once you understand the strategy, you're making consistent profit from the market. I'm not just talking about making profit today, you don't make it tomorrow, but if you stick to it, you practice it on a daily basis, on a consistent basis, you are going to make profit from this market. So if you look at this market, are we on a downtrend or an uptrend? Let's talk. Let us interact. Those of you who are seeing the screen, are we on a downtrend or we are on an uptrend? Is anybody answering this question? A downtrend, good. This is a downtrend. Oh, somebody said an uptrend. Another person said a downtrend. Okay. Now let's find out if it is an uptrend or a downtrend. Now remember, for you to understand the market structure, the first thing you want to do is to go back to the higher time frame. Remember, we have weekly. According to the weekly, it's showing us that it's an uptrend that is doing a pullback to go upward, right? But let's go back to the daily time frame. Daily time frame is very, very powerful and very, very effective. So for me, for now, I'm going to be working with the daily time frame. Now, if you look at the daily, the market is showing you that the market is a downtrend. How do I know that the market is a downtrend? Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you something. Let me show you a tool that we're working with. Okay, let's work with this. Now, this place, okay, I'm coming. Okay, now, for us to discover that here is a downtrend is very, very simple. Look at what happened. For you to discover a downtrend, number one, you have to go back to the higher time frame. You don't want to view the market with a lower time frame perspective. That is what most unmature people do. They look at the chart and they start looking at 15 minutes time frame. Just think about it. Think about it for a moment. Do you think that the major players in this market, they are trading with 15 minutes time frame? The answer is no. These people you call investors, hedge funds, banks, because these are the people that are doing this market. We are called retail traders. These guys who are trading with this big amount of money, they have large trading accounts, they are using higher time frames. So if you want to trade like the big boys, you need to go back to a higher time frame. And the higher time frame I'm saying here is a daily time frame. The daily time frame will give you a clear direction of where the market is going to. You don't want to go back to, you don't want to use 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes to ascertain the movement of the market. You want to use a higher time frame to identify. You want to use a higher time frame to identify the market structure. So if you look at my chart, I'm using the daily time frame. All right. Now, according to the daily, how do I know that the market is a downtrend? Look at what the market did. The market was going up here. It came to test this zone. It came to test this zone. Let me show you this zone. Yeah. Look what happened. You can call this a double top in the market. Price was coming up. It got to this point and it stopped. It came down. It went up here and it bounced back again. This shows that if you are trading, if you see such kind of movement, you have to place a sell. Yeah. After this touch, this was the first movement, because it shows that this place is a strong resistance zone. This is what you call in the market double top. Now, this was the first confirmation that the market is a downtrend. Now, let me show you the second confirmation. Look at the second confirmation. The second confirmation is this. The price touched here. Then look at what happened. Let me zoom this in a bit for you to understand. All right. Look at what happened. After the first touch, price got to this, price came down, went up here again. This was your confirmation 2. If you see this is a higher high, higher low, rather, higher low. This is called lower low. Are we together? Are we together? Please, if you can hear me very clearly and understand what I'm saying, can you type 111? 111. 111. 111. Okay. Now, price came up here. It went down. This is called higher low. This is called lower low. Sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So once you see this lower high and lower low, you know that the price is on a downtrend. Remember, we are using a higher time frame to ascertain this, not 1 hour. You don't want to use 1 hour. All right. Even if you go back to the 1 hour time frame, you know that the price has come down here, it has gone up, but we are using the daily to know that this market is on a downtrend. All right. The market is doing lower low and lower highs, lower low and lower highs. Once you start seeing this is confirmation number 2. As a trader, you want to take advantage of these lower lows and lower highs and place your trade. Now, how do you place your trade once you notice this in the market? Let me show you how to place your trade. You add this to support and resistance, trend lines, you will make a very good trade. You add this to support and resistance, trend line, then sometimes you can also add Fibonacci retracement to ascertain when to buy and sell. Look at what happened. After this push down, price came up here. This candlestick is your entering point here. Look at this. Look at what it did. It came down, double top. It came down again. You don't want to jump it. This is where amateur they do. They see a market pushing down with speed. They will jump in. Price is going down. Price is going down. I'm going to buy. I'm going to sell. Don't do that. Look at it. You add this to with support and resistance. You're already drawing your support and resistance line. You know that the price is on a zone. You don't want to sell on a zone. This is where most people make mistake. Before, as you're seeing this lower low and lower high, you also want to see it with the supporter. You want to check if it's on a zone. And if you look at this chart, this is a zone. So don't sell here. Look at what happened. It touches there and it broke through here. It was a strong zone. Don't sell here. Allow the price to come up here. You may draw your zone, your trend line. This is a confirmation candlestick. This here is a confirmation candlestick. After the formation of this candlestick, you are free to sell. You may use a pending order like here. After that daily candlestick closes. This applies to all time frames, but I am using the daily time frame because I know that this market is a downtrend. Now, you can see what happened. If you had sold on this zone, this particular sold there, if you want to be conservative, you don't want to jump in after the, always wait. Remember to wait. Don't jump when the market has not closed. That is what most people do. Whatever time frame, if you are using the 4 hours, for instance, if you are using the 4 hours, for instance, allow the 4 hours time frame, allow the 4 hours candlestick to finish forming. All right? Allow the 4 hour time candlestick to finish forming before you jump in. Don't jump in when the candlestick is still forming. Like for instance, for this trade now, this thing happened on the this was February, right? This thing happened on the 16th of February. You don't want to jump in while the candlestick is still forming. You want to jump in after the day closes. Our time, 1 o'clock is when day closes with binary.com. This is MT5 binary, all right? 1 o'clock is their own 12 o'clock. So you want to wait till 1 o'clock. After the closure of this 1 o'clock candlestick, you can now say, okay, based on this market structure, this is a clear direction, this is a clear structure that the market is on a downtrend. If you look at it very well, after this push down, look at what happened. After this particular push down, price came down here. All right. Now it went up to this zone. To this zone. Look at it. Remember, zone is not a straight line. These are called zones. These are market. You don't want to place your trade where it is. Always place your trade on a zone. This is a zone. This is a zone. This is where you want to be placing your trade. If you look at the trade I placed this morning, the profit I was having in my trade is because I know that the price has touched this zone. So if you jump in here again, it's another opportunity for you to make money. You don't want to jump in here. That is where most people make mistakes. They see market coming down and they jump in here. You don't want to do this. Allow the market to come down. If you did not enter from the beginning, don't enter. Allow it to come down. All right. And make sure that once you have discovered this market structure, make sure you also add it with your support and resistance. Don't just use the market has done lower low and lower highs. It means the market is on a downtrend and you place a trade. No. You want to combine your support and resistance, trend lines. You want to also use, if you want to, you can use Fibonacci retracement to confirm your trade. If you are to take that trade, then you want to wait for a candlestick that represents what you really think about. Like this is called a pin bar, whatever name you want to call it. Some people call it pin bar, some people call it hammer and all the rest. But my mentor call it kangaroo. It's called kangaroo tail, right? Now, once you see this kangaroo tail or pin bar, whatever name you want to call it, it doesn't really matter. Or you see something like this, a bearish engulfing candlestick after the day closes. If it is 4 hours, at the end of the 4 hours or at the end of the day, this is a confirmation candlestick. This is the confirmation candlestick. You want to sell after this. For this one, allow it to come down. Don't sell here. If you miss from this end, don't sell. Most times you come up and wipe your stop loss, because remember, you are going to put your stop loss here. Maybe you are selling from here, your stop loss may be above here. If you want to be conservative, your stop loss should be there. Maybe your take profit should be there. Your take profit should be always bigger than your stop loss. So you don't want to trade here and then put stop loss this big. Then where will you take your profit? Because you want to take your profit in zones. Always think about zones to take profit. Like now, this is another zone to take your profit. Yeah. It's a zone to take your profit. Look at what happened. Because it is a zone, price got here, all right, and started moving up. Some people may take advantage of this buy, but this is trading against the market. You can do this fast and get out, but generally, if you look at the market, it's a downtrend. This is channel. They call it channel. For those of you who are still new, this is called channel. You can decide to trade channel. It means that trading channel means that a market that is a downtrend, you buy because you discover a channel. Like now, this is a channel. You sell from down here, you buy when price touches it down, you take your profits up here. So you are not selling down here, you are selling up. You are buying here. So like for this, if at the end, if you want to use daily time frame, you can wait for this daily time frame to close. It's a confirmation that the price is going to come down here. Most likely, this market will do this. Most likely, this market will do this. It will do this. But it may not do this just like that. It may do this. It may not just do it like this. It may come here. Look at what may happen here. It may come down here, do something like this. So if you miss the first push, wait for the second push. It may do something like this. It may do something like this before pushing down. I don't know if you guys are getting me. Are you getting me? This is what may happen to this market. Price may come down here. So if you are going to sell, this is the best place to sell. But you also want, if you want to be conservative, you want to wait if you are using the daily time frame. But let's check it with the higher time frame, with the 4 hours time frame. Remember, whatever the higher time frame is telling you is more reliable than what the lower time frame is telling you. Let me repeat. You don't want to compare what the 1 hour time frame tells you and what the lower time frame, the 4 hours time frame tells you. You don't want to compare what 4 hours time frame tells you and what daily time frame tells you. What the daily time frame tells you is the original direction of the market, because the market is being controlled by money makers, and these money makers, they are not using 1 hour to see their market. They are using higher time frames such as this to determine the direction of where the price is going to. Are we clear on this? I will show you other pairs and illustrate my point just the way I have illustrated with this. Okay, let me show you. This is Euro USD. This is Euro USD. Let's try with Euro USD now. This is Euro USD. All right. If you look at this market is right now on a downtrend. But we are seeing some kind of movement here. Some kind of movement here. So we are just going to put our fingers crossed here. Why? Because it's on a zone, a very strong zone. It's on a zone. So these things happen with all the market and all the time frame. It doesn't matter the market. It happens because what you are dealing with human psychology, people's mind. Okay, it seems that the new chart is not showing. Okay, let me show you the Euro USD. You are dealing with human beings. Everybody is thinking, the market is coming down. I'm looking for a place to sell or buy. They are watching all these zones. So as a price action trader, you want to focus your attention on market structure. That is what I am showing you here, market structure. Understand market structure. Once you understand market structure, you make like this now. Look at what happened. Price come up, went up. Price come up, went up. All right, price come down like this. Once you understand these things, you will make a lot of money whenever you notice something like this, because you want to be selling only from this point like this. Now, this was a selling signal. Price came up, came down. You don't want to sell down here. You only want to sell when you see a pushback up. Are we clear on this? Do you understand? But don't do this purely on just maybe watching trend line alone. Add it with your support and resistance, trend line, maybe financial retracement. As a price action trader, these are the things you use to know the direction of the market. You don't want to use any indicator. I don't use indicators to trade. This is a very simple strategy I trade. Very simple. Just look at the market structure. Where is the direction of this market? Know it with a higher time frame. In Forex, you can even use a weekly time frame. In Forex, right? Like now, this is a weekly time frame. If you look at the market, it shows that the market is an uptrend. I have bought this market anyway. I have placed a buy for this market. I am waiting for the price to come up. I expect this market to do this. Look at what I'm expecting from this market to do. I'm expecting it to do this straight up. This is what I'm expecting from this market. Are we together? Do you understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, type 222. If you are getting what I'm saying, type 222. Understand market structure. What I'm saying in essence is that you should understand market structure. Just look at your eyes. Don't use it. They will tell indicators this and that. Don't mind them. Use your eyes and look at what is happening on the market. It's very visual. The price is very, very visual. Look at this now. You can clearly see this thing. Anybody can see this. Anybody can see this. It is not hard. Just master this strategy. You will make profit from the market on a consistent basis. You add it with your proper risk management. You see that trading is very, very easy. But the gurus, the so-called gurus will tell you this, indicators, this, that. They will speak all the grammars. But believe me, don't mind their grammars. I used to think their grammars is what matters, but now I don't have time for those grammars. I don't have time for the big names. I don't even know how to call the names. There are so many big names in Forex. And the big names is what has made the Forex market look very difficult. They want to tell you big names just to confuse you, but if you understand this simple strategy, like here, this is a buying spot, it's a buying point. What you are seeing is called double top, double bottom. It is called double bottom. Price went up, it came down. It is called double bottom. So once you identify all these things, turning points, all right, you add it with your trend lines, you add it with your Fibonacci retracement lines, you are going to make profit on a consistent basis. Forget what the grammar says. Very simple, very, very simple. Very, very simple way of trading. With this, you make profit without issue. Look out for, once price touches this your zone, this zone, you look out for a candlestick formation, a candlestick that tells you, okay, it is time to jump in. You now take your profit. Remember to take your profit in the next zone. Take profit. Take profit is here. You don't want to take profit here, but at least a very close to the zone, like here. If you place a sell, for instance, on this place now, your take profit is this place. Not here, but your first take profit should be here. If you want to hold this, it means that you have to open like two positions. Maybe you take one here, then you take one down here. That is take profit 1 and take profit 2, because the price may come down here and also turn. This is a very strong zone. That's why you can see that price came down there and immediately price went on. Look at it here. It's a zone. It's a zone. It's a zone. Now the market is struggling on this zone. So guys, just take note of these things and draw them very well. Look at it visually, just visually. Add it with your proper risk management. You just want to use proper risk management and then you make profit. If price comes down here as you are trading, if it gets to this zone, don't sell. Instead, you want to look for buying opportunities here because this has formed a channel and they take profits here. But if price eventually breaks through this zone, don't sell because it has broken through this zone. Allow it to come down and come back and retest this zone. Once it comes back to retest this zone, if it gives you a bearish engulfing, a pin bar, whatever, hammer, whatever you call it, if it gives you such kind of candlestick here on this zone, after breaking through and come for a retest, you can now place a sell after the close, after the closure of that particular candlestick. For instance, you are using the daily time frame and price has broken through this zone. If you come back to retest this zone again, allow a daily candlestick to finish forming. It has to finish, that day has to close. If the day has closed, you will now say, okay, if it shows it maybe a pin bar, a bearish engulfing, whatever, you can now say, okay, price has started a journey to the downside. That is why you cannot place a sell. You will now take your profit. Your stop loss can be outside the zone. Remember, your entry from here after the touch, your profit should be down here. Maybe your take profit should be down here. That is how we trade. Very, very simple way of trading. Is this one not easy to trade, guys? Is it not easy? Are you guys finding it difficult? If you master this style of trading, you won't trade any other master. See, in Forex, I tell people you don't have to master everything. Forget the books that tell you everything. No. Master one thing well and do it on a consistent basis. Forget those grammar they speak. You can be using only trading this pattern and you master it. That becomes your strategy and you can become a millionaire in trading this particular strategy. When you see something like this, you want to look out for selling positions on this up, not down. If you try to sell down here, you will be wiped out of the market because it will hit your stop loss, of course. To hit your stop loss. So whenever you see a price coming down, don't jump in. Allow it to do that it's doing. Then after that, it will come up to the normal trend line. Look at this now. If you look at this market, it has touched the trend line. I don't know if you agree that this is the trend line. If you agree with me that this is the trend line, can you type 111? This is a downtrend. Look at it. It is obvious that it's a downtrend. It's showing you very clear. Okay. It is a downtrend. So when you see this, don't try to buy down here. Always wait for the price to come up here and buy and sell. Don't try to sell it down here. If you sell down here, you are in trouble. Look at it, all of them. This one came down, it went up. This was a fine opportunity. It came down again, it went up. This was an opportunity. It came down, it went up, it came down, it has gone up again. So it has to do this. This is the only time you are sure of your trade. You say, okay, I want to sell because it has come back to test our trend line. This is our price action strategy. You now apply your support and resistance zone. You now apply maybe Fibonacci retracement. Your trade become very, very perfect. Do you guys understand? If you understood what I've just explained, can you type yes? If you have understood all the things I have said, what I have illustrated, can you type 2? Okay, yes, okay. Sorry, yes or 2 is okay. 2, okay. How many of you are going to implement this strategy? You can practice it and see what it doesn't work. I've not seen somebody who says, I practice this and it doesn't work. I have not seen. This applies to any time frame. It doesn't matter the time frame you are using, but the only thing I'm telling you is that don't use a smaller time frame to know the direction of the market. Smaller time frame will not give you the best trading result. But for you to know, once you have known the direction of the market, you cannot be applying it. Your entry point could be a smaller time frame. For instance, this is daily. You could come back here and enter with 1 hour time frame for an early entry. Apart from that, you don't want to use a smaller time frame to know the direction of the market. You want to use a bigger time frame, like 1 hour, 4 hours, or daily. If you are trading with daily, it reduces noise. You don't have so much noise. You have less trouble. When you are trading with daily time frame like this, you have, though you may not have trading opportunities every day. Do you understand? You may not have trading opportunities every day, but whenever you trade, you are sure, almost sure of what you're doing because you can clearly see that these places are the turning points. Like this was the turning point, this was the turning point, even here too, this was the turning point. Once you see this, the daily time frame will filter everything and it shows you where the direction of the market. And if you trade with the daily time frame, you have more rest of mind than trading with all those 1 hour, 1 hour can just be your entering point, but do not let what the 1 hour says to determine the direction of the market. 1 hour cannot tell you where the market is going to, but daily, weekly, we tell you that this is what the market is doing. It is a downtrend, because most higher players in this market, they are using higher time frame like daily and 1 week to analyze their market. Very simple. Just master this strategy. You will say, thank God. You will say, all the people who have taught this strategy in this academy, they are doing very, very well. Like here now, this was the turning point. This was the turning point. If you had placed a trade here, put your stop loss down here. You don't want to put your stop loss here. You don't want to do that. Look at the last touch. Look at this last touch, this flash here. If you are trading this market, you have to put your stop loss below here. Then take your profit here, this next zone. Stop loss, make sure you bring it down below this zone. Take profit 1, here you can be a take profit here or here. These 2 places are your take profit zone. So always look out for the turning point, always look out for the direction of the market, always look out for what is the market structure. Is it a downtrend? Is it an uptrend? Or is the market consolidated like here? This is not a good place to trade. It was called a shopping market. There is not good to trade. It's a wrong place to place an order. It was a shopping market. So I hope you are going to implement the strategy, and I hope you have understood all the things I have explained so far about this simple and easy price action strategy. Just go and practice it with demo. You'll see what I'm talking about. Whether it doesn't work, it works. Practice it with demo. How many of you right now listening to me is already practicing what I have said so far? Can I see those of you? Can I see your hands? Can you just say me? You have already practiced. Try this thing I just explained. Try this thing I've just explained. Just type me. Okay. All right, we have a few persons say yes. I will just start. Okay, somebody said I will just start. God says to me. God said, does it work? Okay, God said, I'm going to allow you to talk. Right, God said you can talk. All right, God said you can talk. How does it work? God said when you practice this particular strategy, how does it work? You can unmute yourself, God said. God save Atama, you can unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it works very well.
It works, right?
Yeah, it works very well with a proper risk management.
Exactly, you have said it all. With the proper risk management, it works very well. Yes. In other words, these are the places you are looking for trading ideas. All these places, all here, yes. Not here. Not that for a downtrend, not here, it's up here. Here you are getting out for a sell. You get out and wait for a pushback, and then you sell from down here. With a proper risk management, it works perfectly with any market.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Tonight, we are going to be rounding up very soon. Like I told you, in trading, you don't want to learn everything. It is not by learning everything. Learn one thing and learn it well. Most professional traders I know, they know just few things, 1 or 2 things they know, and they stick to it. Stick to what you learn that works for you. All right, stick to one thing that you know that works for you. Once this thing works for you, you apply it, you practice it on demo, you apply proper risk management. Before you place a trade, you need to consider whether there's a trend. You look at your trend line, just check, combine all these things together, Fibonacci retracement and all the rest. Once you make a trade, it works. It works with any market. Okay. So thank you once again, and I appreciate you guys for always being here. this you're doing is you're building yourself, and this is the new currency. I tell people, if you want to become successful, do not seek success. That's a quote from my mentor, Miles Moreau. You're welcome, Oladuku. You don't seek success, you seek to become a person of value. So please try as much as possible. You're welcome, Crypto JP. Try as much as possible to always educate yourself. Practice this thing, read the books. All these things I am explaining right now. Okay, Babajide, thank you. All the things I am explaining so far right now, it has been explained in the books. It's because I read the books every day that I'm able to explain these things in a very simple way for you to understand. And if you apply it, it works for you. If you look at boom and crash, okay, let me show you something. This is crash 1000. Can you see? Look at where I placed it. Yesterday, I posted it on our group that we should be expecting a sell. I don't know how many of you that saw that message on that group chat. I was telling you guys to expect a sell, that something is going to happen, because I saw that this place was a turning point. Already, I have seen that the market is a downtrend. How do I know? Look at what is happening. Price come down, it came up, came down like that. I saw higher high and higher, lower lows and lower highs. And I saw that the price has turned. A lot of people thought it has formed an uptrend. It has not formed an uptrend. I know that it will come back from there before an uptrend will start going. And for me to ascertain that this place is an uptrend, it has to break through this zone. If it breaks through this zone, if it breaks through here, yeah, it has to come back. Otherwise, I am not buying. I will only buy when I see this push down. All right. When I see this, then I will expect the market to do this again. All right. I will not take my profit on this zone. I'll buy after it gives me a confirmation candlestick. Maybe a bullish engulfing, a pin bar, whatever. But this is what I will do. I'll be expecting the price to come up here, come back to this zone and retest. Then I will now buy. That is it. That is it. Look at what is up. All these places are buying points. It was, look at all here. Once you map up all this, remember your key selling point is the daily time frame, a higher time frame. Use the higher time frame. Once you see it with the higher time frame, it is easy for you to identify this point. You can also use something like line chart, or okay, let me see. You can use line chart. Line chart can also show you or tell you these things. Look at the line chart. Line chart will help you identify these turning points easily than candlestick charts. So if you are using candlestick and you are not seeing them, you can switch them over to a line chart, and a line chart will show you exactly the turning points. So you don't want to place your trade except you are on a turning point. Are we clear on this? Just put it on your ear. Let it be ringing in your head. I don't want to place my trade until I discover that it is a turning point. Let that thing be ringing. I will not place my trade. All these places, I call them no man zone. I will not buy here. I will not sell here. All these places I will not sell. I will only buy here and I will only sell here. I will only buy here and I will only sell here. I have no business with all these activities that may happen here. This is where most people get trapped. The professionals are looking for turning points, while amateurs are buying anywhere they see candlestick going up, the place is buy. When they see a candlestick coming down, right, the place is sell. No. You want to master these turning points. Use daily time frame to ascertain or identify these turning points, and then you wait for trading opportunities only on the turning points. Are we clear on this? Those of you are very clear with what I have explained, say yes. Are we clear on this? You don't want to place your trade on this zone. All these places are called no man's zone. All these places you see me point my cursor is called a no man's zone. So wait for a turning point. Price, it's not easy. It takes some time. That's why we that are price action traders, we don't trade every day because we are waiting for price to come to the turning point. So ladies and gentlemen, guys, I'm so happy for you guys. So just keep on developing what you have in you. Work on your mind. Your mind is the major thing. The trading opportunity is good, but the mindset is even more important. If you work on your mind, that is why in this academy, La Prince World Academy, our major focus is not on forex, it's not on the trading skills, because trading is 80% mindset and 20% skill set. If you have the right mindset, think like successful people, have a wealthy mindset. Have a wealthy mindset. That is why you have to work on your mind on a daily basis. Work on your mind. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. If you program your mind for success, I tell you, there is no skill you cannot learn on planet Earth. Everything is your mind. Your mind is a machine. Work on your mind. That is why I keep telling you that you have to read books on a daily basis. Read books. Listen to something positive every day. Go to YouTube, click motivation, click authors, great men. Listen to them. As you are bathing, you are listening. As you are driving around town, you are listening. Something should be nourishing your mind. Your mind is like a fertile ground. Whatever you dump on your mind becomes your reality. If you listen to negativity, if you listen to the TV stations, if you listen to the news stations every single day, you have that kind of result. But when you make a deliberate effort to dump positive things on your mind, that will become your reality. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So dump something positive on your mind on a daily basis. If you don't work on your mind by default, garbage of all kinds will grow on your mind. So you want to make it a deliberate, be consistent on this. Don't do it one day and you don't do it tomorrow. On a daily basis, read books like Think and Grow Rich. Let it be that you have this motivation, this drive in you that want to make you to learn more. If you don't have that drive, that motivation in you, I don't think you can learn forex. And that is what most mentors failed. The reason why La Prince World Academy, our students are doing well is because we don't just trade forex. We mentor you from your mindset. We mentor you, we teach you mindset development. Until your mind is confirmed, until your mind is programmed, nothing works. You are the real success. You are the root of your success. Your mind is the root. Once you have the right mindset, you have a great result. The greatest asset given to every human is the mind. That is it. Thank you. God bless you, my brother. You must have this mindset. Once you have the mindset that, look, I can succeed. I can learn any skill. I can understand. Once you have this programming, everything changes. Forex alone cannot change you. All the students who are doing well in this academy are not just traders, but they have the right mindset. I mean, those of you who are already succeeding, am I saying the truth or lie? Most mentors will just teach you forex. They don't talk about mindset, but yeah, the mindset is like you are the driver. Precious Kama said, yes, sir. You are the driver. The forex is the car. If you, who is the driver of the car, if you don't have the right skill, the mindset to drive that car, if you don't work on yourself to drive that car, you will not have a good car. The car will not go to anywhere. That is why we are in this academy, our major goal is to build your mindset first. You have to have this mindset development. Once you have the right mindset, this forex thing will not be a problem for you. You have a good result in trading. Would agree with me on this? Which person agree with me on this? Again, if you have the right mindset, you have a different will. Those who don't read the books, those who don't listen to something positive, they will have a different result. But you, who is reading something positive, who is reading to develop your mindset, you will have a better result than those that don't do all these things. That is it. That is the secret about wealth and success is on your mind. So every single day, I want you to work on your mindset. Every day, work on your mindset. Because whatever you think becomes your reality. Somebody say motivation gets one started, habit keeps one going. Exactly. Have that drive in you every day. Something should motivate you. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? You have your why. All right, guys. Thank you for coming. And I want to encourage you to keep attending. We are going to be having the next class, I think, on Thursday, our beginners class. This is going to be consistent basis by the grace of God, except something happens. We are going to be having our classes this by 7 p.m. All right, thank you so much. All of you got saved, Atama. You're welcome. Read your books, study for us at least for 1 hour. At least I'm still learning. Every single day, I'm still learning. Learn every day. Don't say, because I already know, I will stop learning. No, still read the book, still listen to all those things. The day you stop learning, that is the day you stop learning. The day you stop studying is the day your skills start diminishing. Gideon, thank you. So every single day, keep on learning. Keep on learning. Keep on learning. Don't stop. Somebody say, when are you going to stop? Never. Until I become a grandpa, I am still learning my forest every single day. If you want to take 30 minutes a day, it's fine. If you want to use 1 hour a day, it's fine. Night Angel said, he said that if you use an average of 1 hour each day, since I discovered that secret, I've been doing it for anything I want to learn. Any skill I want to learn, I will say 1 hour each day. It's consistency with intentionality. When you are consistent in doing one thing, it doesn't matter how difficult. Those of you who are new, be consistent. Be consistent. Your consistency will determine your greatness. Your consistency will determine your level of perfection. If you are consistent in doing one thing every single day, you get the result about that thing. So study. Learn at least 1 hour a day. Just like for me, I learn at least 1 hour. There is no day I don't learn one thing. No day. If I don't learn something, if I don't read my books, if I don't learn something, whether by watching or by reading, then that day I have failed. Because for you to become successful, like I said before, you have to make yourself valuable. Make yourself valuable. Thank you for your meaningful mentorship. Thank you, Sonia Asuko. You have to make yourself valuable. Tell yourself, what can people see? Until you become an expert in one area, you will never become successful. Those of you who want to become an expert in trading, that is where your success is. And becoming an expert is at least spending 1 hour a day, consistently doing it. It's painful. But you know what? Successful people do what unsuccessful people wouldn't want to do. It is only a man who said, I have a goal, I have a vision, I want to go somewhere, will discipline his or herself to be consistent in doing one thing over and over. And if you are starting for the first time, if you are just starting, do not be worried about your initial result. Just be consistent. It may take some time before you begin to understand all these things. It will take some time. But with consistency, on a daily basis, you will have a result. All right. Thank you guys for coming. The meeting is going to be open for those of you who would like to join us in the next class. This next class is not for, I'm going to be ending this class right now. Our advanced class has come to an end, but if you really want, if you want to join the next class, you can also join with the link. That is for people who are not yet members. All right, so thank you guys and good night. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, week ahead. Bye.